It is very pretty though, but very inconvenient. Good morning. It's Friday. I thought I'll give you a quick status update. As you know, if you've been following, my cousin and I have been traveling through Europe on our annual European road trip. And we went through France, Germany, Austria, and the last leg is Italy. We arrived on the Wednesday after an epic drive over the Glosslochner and into Italy. But as we arrived, the weather started deteriorating. First with rain, and then it's been snowing since. So I don't know if you can see Hellboy behind me. I've been stuck here. It's Hellboy. And it looks like we've been stuck here for the past 2 days basically. My cousin ventured out yesterday, and he's driving a 997.2 Carrera 4 GTS on road tires, and he nearly went over the edge. He's been driving that car. That's his car. And yesterday he had an extremely close shave where he went into a hairpin, uphill hairpin. The back stepped out. He corrected it, and he nearly went over the edge. And then the car snapped to the other side and nearly went into the wall. That's with a Carrera 4S on road tires, and he nearly went over. I would have had no chance in Hellboy on Cup 2 tires. Even though the unexpected snowfall has somewhat ruined the Italian leg of a road trip, because we had quite a few passes lined up. We're in Cortina, as I said, and Cortina is slap bang in the middle of so many passes. I can't even remember all their names now. We were supposed to do the Gardena, the No-Calm Pass. So many, too many to mention. But I haven't been able to do anything. He did some passes yesterday until he had his mishap. But you still have to look at the positive side. And look at this place. Incredibly beautiful. Shockingly so. I don't know if you can see the mountains behind my left shoulder, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Anywho, so it looks like today we'll be able to venture out. It's still cold. Cup 2 tires are still Cup 2 tires.
Take it from here.
But it should be fine to go down to the lake and have some lunch and see what the conditions are like. See you later. Our first stop was at the magnificent Lake Misurina, the largest natural lake of the Cadore, and it is 1,754 meters above sea level near Auronzo di Cadore. The lake's perimeter is about 2.6 kilometers long,
while it's not very deep and the maximum depth is 5 meters. There are a number of hotels, shops and cafes dotted around the lake, and I had a coffee at one of the cafes while my cousin went to do some shopping. Lake Michigan is clearly the beating heart of this area. The aerial view of the lake is simply stunning, and I spent hours there despite the cold. But then it was time to move on. We came all this way to drive the passes in the Dolomites, and we must at least try to drive some. So we jumped into my cousin's Carrera 4 GTS and headed off into the mountains. We had planned a circular route through the most famous passes of the Dolomites. From the lake, we jumped onto the SR48, which led us to Passo Falzarego, a high mountain pass at 2,105 meters, which connects Cortina d'Ampezzo to Argordo. It was freezing, so we did not stop at this pass, but the views were amazing and they only got better. We went up and down the Falzarego Pass and continued on the SR48, passing through numerous towns till we got to the next pass on our list, the Pordoi Pass. Stopped briefly here and I stepped out into the freezing and windswept pass to admire the view. There were a few crazy bikers and road trippers who, like us, had braved the conditions. It was so cold and windy, it was hard to hold a steady grip on the camera. We left the windswept Pordoi Pass and continued along the SR48 till we reached the Strada Dolomites, where we turned south to the Canizai region and the SS641 through Alba and Penia to the Fedaya Pass. The Fedaya Pass sits at an altitude of just over 2,000 meters, and its most distinctive feature is the artificial lake Fedaya Andam. We stopped here to get a coffee at the famous Bar Digger. The descent from the Fedaya was absolutely epic. Now, all these passes were amazing to drive, but the Fedaya is the best of the lot. Absolutely no question about that. Fast, smooth, steep gradients, and it's so challenging and fun to drive. The conditions on that day made it even a bigger challenge to drive, and it was just an amazing driving experience. We continued west till we reached Codalonga and the SP638, which led us to the most epic pass of the day, the Jao Pass. Not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Honestly, it is hard to describe the airy, wintry scene along the pass and at the top. It was amazing, it was stunning. It reminded me of some of the scenes in the science fiction blockbuster film Interstellar, the Christopher Nolan masterpiece, which is one of my favorite films ever. But the scene at the top of the Jao reminded me of many scenes from that film. That is the best way to describe it. The snowy, freezing conditions made this drive one of the most memorable of my entire driving career, and I'm pretty sure it would have been less awesome in sunny weather. That's not to say I won't be doing it again when the weather is better, but this experience stands out.
Hi. It's Saturday, the morning. It's very cold here in the Dolomites. But it's at this point the road trip, well, ends sort of, and we start our journey back home. It's been a fascinating adventure. The weather wasn't kind, as you know, but we still managed. We made the best of it. Did quite a few passes. The Fedaya, awesome pass with the Gyal, incredible pass. Even though the conditions up there were terrible. It's at this point I bid Italy farewell and start making my journey back to the UK. See you soon.
Reduce speed ahead.
And this is Misurina. Lovely spot. There's a lake there. The lake Misurina is just over there. It's right there. I had coffee over there. Terrible coffee. Which was quite strange for an Italian cafe. They normally make the most excellent coffees. So don't know what happened there. Yeah, so starting the long journey back to the UK, to London. And I'm going fastest route possible to Baden-Baden. I know, it's boring. But then I have a few hours in the morning to drive the entire Black Forest one more time. Oh, look at these sports cars. What are they doing here? Oh, sorry, I got to stop. I've definitely got to stop. What's happening here? a rally of some sort. Yeah, a few supercars and all that. I really should stop, but oh, they are about to leave. Are you going that way? And that's the amazing thing about this area. Drive any road, drive almost any road that's not a motorway at the right time, and it's a fantastic road. And this is what I mean by at the right time, because of traffic. I mean, look at this road. Look at that hairpin. It's even banked. I think there's a speed camera here, is there?
Turn right onto SS.
Just look at this place. 6.6 miles to the Austrian border. So six miles to leaving Italy. But I mean, look at this. Goodness me. The views, the terrain, oh man, something to behold. But it's never boring. Whatever speed you're doing here, never ever boring. Wow, just look at that. What a pleasure. Austria.
I was enjoying the drive at this point, reveling in the 911 GT3 RS's handling, sound and sensations. Little did I know at this point what the weather had in store for me as I got closer to Austria.
As you can see, we're in very, very sketchy weather now. Temperatures have dropped. Snow is falling. Roads are slippery. It's just taking gently.
I pressed on, hoping that the weather would get better, but it didn't. It didn't. It was about to get far, far worse.
Folks, I'm in trouble. This road is closed because of snow, and I have to. I'm in trouble because this looks like the only way out. Looks like it's the only way out, but it's closed because of snow, and I don't think anyone oh dear.